one time.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you, I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Hey. Hey. How you doing? I have a picture right here. It's in the Star magazine of the woman who came on earlier today, Flotilla DeBarge. I'll pass it around the studio. I've got to say, Flotilla, when you do your Star Jones, you do your Star Jones, girl. Look at Flotilla as Star. Let's pass it around. Trev, you were in here. But that's the PETA ad.
This one here?
Yes, that's Flotilla. You can tell it's Flotilla, can't you? Now we met her. Let's go now. Here we go now. Let's go now. Here we go now. The Emancipation of Mimi, April 12th. Hey. We're doing a whole Mimi Day, everybody, on Monday, much like we did with Faith. Nothing but Mimi music with the exception of Vision of Love. I understand that was her groundbreaking song, but you can put that where? Way back there.
Put that where? Back there.
I will slice and dice the first person who hits that one on Tuesday. And I like to hear the up-tempo Mimi too, the collabos with them dirty rappers. I want to hear Mimi and Jadakiss, Mimi and ODB, Mimi and Fat Joe. I want to hear some Mimi by herself. Maybe a few love songs in there too. But really, I like to hear Mimi when I can just think of her doing her Mimi dance. And you know what that is. When she stands up and puts her hands on her hips and she doesn't move her feet. And she goes like this. Like that. It's like that, y'all. Like that, y'all. And then you know what we're going to do as an added bonus during Mimi Day? And I wish I thought to do this during Faith Day, but I just decided on my way home from the Faith party the night before that tomorrow I want to play nothing but Faith music. Like tomorrow is all about Faith. And unfortunately, I could not get, the production team together because it required a bit of work. But for Mimi Day, I'm going to take past interviews with Mimi, and we're not going to play full interviews, but we're going to, take out, lines from interviews that she's, done, and then hit the next Mimi song. So, from song to song, you'll hear Mimi, we're hooking you up. Just because, you know what, Mariah? At the end of the day, you're still on fire. The voice is back. Hello?
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Trying to win some tickets.
Oh, do you want to go? We can give them to you.
For real?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't normally give away tickets this way, but how about we give them to you? Okay, so what's your name?
My name's Samuel. S-A-M-U-E.
No, you don't spell it to me.
Oh.
I'm just asking you your name. Samuel?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Listen, on Monday night, you're going to be at the Beacon Theater for the biggest names in concert. Alicia Keys, John Legend, and Joss Stone. It's the VH1 Save the Music concert. This concert, they put on every year, my channel does, and it's great.
Cool.
It's to benefit the Save the Music Foundation.
Okay.
So now, Samuel, you can hold on, and we'll take all your information behind the scenes. Yes, Samuel.
I wanted to I
thought you called to win tickets.
No, I mean, now that I'm talking to you, why not? I mean, I want to talk to you.
All right,
but
just playing.
I saw Foxy Brown. I was on 42nd.
Mm-hmm.
I was on 42nd Street, and I saw her. She came into Famiglia, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it's called. It's a pizza shop.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was like, oh, what's up, Foxy?
Mm-hmm.
And she just walked right by me, with this attitude. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's not Foxy Brown. So
no, that sounds like her.
Huh?
That sounds like her.
And she's, giving all this attitude. And this guy's, looking at her. She's like, is there a problem? So he's like, oh, no, my man just want an autograph. So she's like, well, your man can ask me himself. Then she starts acting all crazy in the shop, and she's singing these BK songs. Yo, BK, BK.
Oh, okay. Now you're going too far. I don't believe a word you're saying.
No, I swear, Wendy, I swear to God.
Why would she start singing her own songs?
She started dancing on this guy, this tall, light-skinned guy. He had a hat on.
Okay. All right, Samuel, hold on, and we'll give you your damn tickets. I'm sorry I put my foot in my mouth before this crazy contest. Oh, hold on, Samuel. Foxy, it started to sound like you, but I know, as crazy as you are, you weren't dancing up on somebody in Flamiglia getting a slice on 40 damn 2nd Street. Hello?
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Welcome to the bonus hour. What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm just cruising through Newark, and I just figured give you a call.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, have a nice evening.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Hello, Wendy.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, I was listening last hour, and I heard you talking about Fantasia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And from a professional standpoint, I was watching her. I think Fantasia's a star.
Yeah, you know what? Fantasia does have star qualities. She's got a sparkling smile. I think she's got great stage presence. And I don't care that it's a carbon copy of Patti LaBelle or whatever people say. Whatever it is, it's working for her.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to work with her. And I think she's going to go far in the business.
Yeah, in a different kind of way than Beyonce.
It's right, very different. I don't think they have you can't even put them in the same
Well, no,
boat.
absolutely not. Because, it starts with the obvious.
Fantasia remind you of somebody from the church.
Yeah, Fantasia reminds me of somebody who will be around forever.
Exactly.
And no disrespect to Beyonce, but Beyonce reminds me of somebody who's a strong flash in the pan.
And she wasn't. Last night when she was screaming, I wouldn't call it screaming. I would say she was giving emotion that she gets from the church.
Yeah.
I give her props.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for calling.
And I enjoy your show. You keep on doing what you're doing, all right?
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.
Well, not flash in the pan. That's not what I mean to say about Beyonce, but it's just that Fantasia's... Oh, gosh. Fantasia's music, her voice, her aura, it just has more staying power. It will stand the test of time. Whereas Beyonce she'll go on to other things, oh, hell. Hello.
Wendy, what's going on?
Hi.
This is Ken calling from Coltsneck.
Hi, Ken. Hey, Delicious Orchards.
Delicious Orchard. Are we neighbor, Wendy?
You want to know what? When my brother and I were kids, we did a bike ride from our house in Wayside to Delicious Orchards. We participated in an organization, I think it was raising money for cancer. And once we got to Delicious Orchards, we were supposed to be having apple cider and donuts. And our parents, everybody's parents, was supposed to pick them up and put the bicycles in the back of the car and then, drive them back home. And we were kids. I mean... Back then, as kids, your parents would let you go. I might have been 11. My brother might have been 9. Well, we passed by one of the many horse farms in Coltsneck, and these two horses were going at it. My brother and I were stuck on stupid. The whole bike ride, everybody in the a-thon left us. We had to end up calling our father from a payphone up the street from the farm because it was just amazing. Have you ever seen a horse? Well, I know you live in Coltsneck, so of course you have.
I'm originally from Brooklyn, so when I came here about 2-3 years ago, I'm looking at all these horses, I'm like, damn, these people are freaks.
Yeah, well, no, it's not free. You know what? It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
No, yeah, it is nice. But Wendy, I wanted to ask you something.
Okay.
Why does P. Diddy keep bothering with making bands? Like, the man needs to stop.
Well, it seems like...
what happened to Dream? What about those 4 girls that he had together? Where are they?
It just seems like, first of all, nobody around Puffy but Puffy makes money.
Okay.
I mean, if you look around, nobody makes money but Puffy.
Is Phil Robinson how you doing? Because I get that vibe.
I don't know.
That's,
and I don't know whatever happened to Dream, and I don't know whatever happened to the band, and I don't know, he and Loon parted ways.
Yeah,
Faith,
he needs to stop.
Faith escaped.
Just make some clothes, and Fantasia's gross. I can't stand that girl. I see exactly what you're saying. Beyonce shall never be Beyonce. Never.
Oh, my God.
Never. Not with those lips, not with those teeth. Never. All right? That's all I got to say.
Oh, thank you.
All right? It was good talking to you.
You too. Bye-bye. Look, it is what it is. Everybody's got their opinions. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, my God. I'm still clutching my pearls, though. He was brutal. Hello?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
That's about This is Lyndon.
Hi, Lyndon.
Okay. I love your show. I've been listening for years.
Thanks, Lyndon.
It's like a reality show. Right? I didn't call to kiss up, though. I just called to make a point.
Okay.
As a car guy, you made a point about the spinner room is being corny, has-beens, and all that stuff, right? But specifically, there was room for another popular for one reason. First of all. And number 2, you always big up on the Louis Vuitton bag as being this great.
What?
Well, I was saying you always make fun of the spinner rim. Okay. Has been corny, has been, and all that. But as a point, they weren't that popular to the public.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, well, number two, you always big up a Louis bag has been this great thing.
Yes.
But you big up, I mean, a Poochie, I mean, that'd be something else.
Yes.
But to be fair,
yes.
You like certain words we use as in hip hop culture. It becomes if certain people use it, we don't use it anymore. It becomes corny. Well, that's what Louis bag become. So.
Oh, I understood that part. Louis bags have become corny.
Yeah, and you big it up all the time. You always say this is it.
You know what, though? Not anymore. I haven't picked up a Louis bag since that damn Maricami bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting that cherry bag, and I no longer believe in bag of the season.
Okay, I mean a Poochie. Always that big brand. You can big that up too.
Hold on for a moment, Lyndon.
Okay.
Look, you all. I didn't understand a word he's saying. I'll be honest with you right now, but now he's talking handbags. So oddly enough, he's speaking my language. Let me go back in. I'm sorry for that, Lyndon.
No problem. Yeah, and I was saying, you got big up. I mean, a Poochie. I mean, that's exclusive. Nobody really has that. I mean, nobody knows about that too much. Average folks, I should say.
Yeah.
And I would say, but all the time I come as a car guy, I defend that point. You know, they're still exclusive. There's still a nice one coming out, and people can't afford it.
Hold on a second, Lyndon. Hold on. Aren't you shocked that we're talking about handbags and such frivolity? I swear I would never guess it. Let me talk to him again. Hey, Lyndon, sorry about that.
No problem.
Look, I love you for listening.
Oh, no problem. So you have a good day, huh?
Okay, take care, Lyndon.
All right, then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, it's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hey.
I have never talked to you before.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I admire your work, your journalism work and everything.
Thank
and
you.
the way you interview people. I think you get to the point in less than 5 minutes flat.
Thank you.
I just was calling to ask you a question.
Okay.
I know you talk about media events a lot, but it really bothered me the way the media didn't really talk about the Johnny Cochran funeral coverage.
Yeah, I was talking about that the other day. You know, the Pope passed away, and it kind of usurped Johnny Cochran. But I believe that even if the Pope didn't pass away, the media would have been a bit lackluster on it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the show twice. But now we're about to get back into a toe is a toe. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, then I'll speak to you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
But first, a shout out to Pam in Harlem, who says the Fantasia rocks. And, you know, before we go any further, you know, I'm zhuzhing through my Star magazine as I talk to you all. And I got to say, you know, Michael Douglas, you have been outed, man. And it's obvious that you've had plastic surgery work, but I'll be damned. These photographers, these paparazzi are relentless. They've caught brilliant pictures of Michael Douglas. Clearly, he just had a facelift. And they got the blood and the crust around his ears and the blood dripping on his shirt and the black and blue eyes behind his glasses. Michael Douglas is fighting it, honey. I mean, and it's a shame. You know what, paparazzi? Damn you. But keep it up. Dear Wendy, when you're ready to sign off, can you please play Vivica Fox's entire Put That Where Back There skit? My friends are from out of town and they want to hear it.
Put that where? Back there.
Okay, well, you know what? We'll play the full thing. There are a lot of people who don't understand. Look at this picture of Michael Douglas. This is disgusting. There's no denying a facelift. Do you see the blood around the ears and whatnot? Do you see the blood drippings on his T-shirt? Do you see the black and blue behind his glasses? I can pass the picture around, then you can put that where in the garbage.
You play Vivica now?
No, we don't play Vivica now, because there's a boy being slayed by his father-in-law, and we need to talk about it, okay? Oh, but first, shout out to Shaka in New Brunswick, who says, please tell Fantasia, please, Wendy, Fantasia looked a hot mess on stage. Monstrous. I mean, she sounded good, but looked like an animal. Come on. In regard to the white guy who's sleeping with his father-in-law, did you find out how much money he made? You should suggest he continue to do it, but up to a certain amount of money. And put the money away and then be out. Because, Wendy, in the end of the day, aren't we all whores? Oh. I swear we need to go back to calling this the Gangsta Hour, but it's not good for the advertisers. They run. You know, they don't really understand that. Shout out to my friends at Verizon. I got this really cool phone that takes movies, but enough about that. Let's get to this man. Dear Wendy, I've been listening to you for the past 2 days covering my story, and here is all the other information that you wanted. On paper, keep this in mind. I make about $65,000 a year working for her father at the company, but I've saved just about $110,000. Most of it is from the sex encounters, and the other money he would just give me to keep quiet. He's doing better than we thought. Shaylin, do the math. How many professionals does he have to give at $5,000 a pop to save $110,000? How many professionals does that make? Zoe's doing pencil and paper, and that's better. Shaylin, why do you walk around here like somebody's going to take your damn bag?
I was outside. Remember, I went outside.
You're not outside anymore. You're still holding onto your bag like you don't trust us.
She don't.
That would be 12 professionals. Well, in 4 months, all you've got, plus the time before, that's all you've done are 12 professionals? How many professionals a month do you give if you've given 12 professionals? 4? Once a week? You need to step up your game, son. I mean, if you really plan to break out and cake off. All right, let me continue. Most of it, okay, to keep me quiet. But here is when the ish hit the fan. Okay, everybody sit back and relax. I decided to confront my wife last night. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. So we get home and I sit her down and I come clean. And she tells me she already knew and it's no big deal because her father's done this before. Stop! Stop! Stop!
How you doing? Ooh, how you doing?
Oh God!
I'm a homo. I like
Let me finish. Oh boy. Artie's in the back room preparing a best of show, doggone it, because, you know, we just need them to be always prepared just in case something happens to me and I can't make it here. But my boss, Dion, is in here. Dion, I'm telling you, now don't look over my shoulder.
I don't believe it.
Dion Livingston is in here. No, let me finish reading. No, don't read over my shoulder. No, Dion, this is real deal. Look. Look. He's listening in his office. She tells me she did this. Wait, she tells me that he did the same thing to her uncle, her mother's brother, when they were married, and that's the reason that they got a divorce. Wendy, I was shocked. I couldn't believe she knew, and she didn't say anything. I guess she didn't want to give up her ride on the gravy train. Ultimately, Wendy, I have decided to leave because both of them have played me a fool, but it's my fault anyway. But you know what? I'm about to take this money and start over somewhere else. Remember how I said earlier I only make $65,000 on paper? Well, that's because her father cooks the books, commits tax evasion, and I have actual evidence. Then he's the winner. Then he's the winner. Then he's the winner. Excuse me, the math was wrong. That would be 22 professionals.
Yes, exactly.
That would be 22. Wow. You need some chapstick. Wow. Oh. All right, wait. cooks the books, tax evasion, and I have actual evidence of this. And, well, let's just say that before I leave town, a manila envelope will be on its way to the IRS. You always got to have a backup plan. Wendy, thanks for everything. You gave me strength to change. Look at the show. Changing lives every day. As far as I'm concerned, a happy ending to a very entertaining story. Dion, did you follow the saga from day one?
I followed from day one.
See? That is something else. And you just came to check to see if I'm making the story up. But it's not a makeup. And then there's people who've replied. Dear Wendy, the where back there husband, I was a privileged 38-year-old wife who married a poor man I love. If he ever did this to me, my dad would have a problem. With my dad, he'd have a problem with both of us. And by the way, my dad has already said, don't wait for me to die. Yada yada yada. P.S. I read Dinky Hocker Shoot Smack also. See, that's a little suburban book. Yeah, you read that too, Zoe? Well, go ahead. I was talking about, when I was a lonely girl in the suburbs and I would read my books. And I'd read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I would sit in my room and I'd read all the Judy, the Alice book. I'd read my Judy Blume books. And I read Dinky Hocker Shoots Smack. Sure. And Abby. Addie. I read all that stuff. The Nancy Drew Mysteries. My sister had the full collection. My big sister, I read all them. Yeah, because I was a hey there lonely girl. I had no social life. I wasn't cool. Nobody wanted to be my friend. I always felt like a misfit. And then still to this day, square peg in a round hole. I'll say that while he's in here. The oddball at WBLS. Yeah, I is. Oh, by the way, I was supposed to make an announcement today that tomorrow I have a major announcement here on the bonus hour. So there you go. Dear Wendy, my name is Tony, and I'm interested in the story about the down low husband. That is what he is now because, all right, well, I don't even want to read the backup faxes because as far as I'm concerned, there's a happy ending. He got his 6 figures in cash. He's got his IRS manila folder. The wife knew everything. She's a trifling woman. The father is, the father was just capitalizing. Now, I would like to go into this commercial break a little bit early as I would like to wax poetic to you about Diary of a Groupie. I can give you a little tease and then we can finish on the other side. How about that for the bonus hour? Okay, well, newsflash groupies. We're on the rise, so watch out, ball players, rappers, and actors. Code Red Alert has been sounded because they're after your status. How many times have you seen a celeb with an entourage of women and wondered, what's really going on? Well, thanks to this big mouth groupie, I'm going to tell you. Celine, name changed to protect the innocent and guilty, was very eager to share her very strange one-night encounter with some of hip-hop's hottest rappers and producers with Soul Magazine. The magazine I never heard of, but I like the article, so thanks, Soul. It starts at one of New York's hottest nightclubs. Let's just say The Rock. And everybody else was in the building. Some of the biggest names in hip-hop were attending the VIP event, and it was filled with women and groupies. The ratio had to be 3 girls to every guy. Celine caught the eye of, at the time, a rising artist producer who was there celebrating his Source Award nomination for Best New Artist. After popping a couple of bottles of Cristal, Celine was ready to call it a night. After leaving this very well-dressed rapper, who we will call DJ, Celine realized that she had about 3 missed calls. It was crazy because I literally just left the club and my phone was blowing up. I knew I had made an impression, but damn. DJ, that's the rapper that I'm talking about. DJ was very insistent on meeting with Celine for breakfast. Celine and her girlfriend accompanied DJ and his entourage to the diner where they ordered to go. They brought the food back to DJ's plush New Jersey condo overlooking New York City. Rappers Row, honey. That's where all them dirty rappers live as soon as they move out the hood. Scaring all the Asian people and the white people over there. and washing their cars at the one car wash in Edgewater on Rappers Row, where you can go at any given time of the day and get a celebrity spotting. Okay, let's move on. When I walked in the building, I knew I was playing myself. Even the doorman was looking at me like, another night, more groupies. But I said to myself, hell with it. This is DJ. I tried to play the good girl role and sit on the couch, but DJ wanted me to come in the bedroom and help him find an outfit for the award show. Celine knew exactly where this was going. She was just being a little naive or starstruck. Casual conversation between the two shortly took a sharp turn. DJ went from asking casual questions about her to asking her sexual questions about, how do you feel about guys with small members? He said penis. Can I say penis? Penises. Completely taken off guard and turned off by DJ's question, Celine decided it was time to go. I'll complete the rest on the other side of the break. This is the radio station with today's R&B and classic soul, featuring the Wendy Williams Experience. A toe is a toe. And we'll be back with more of Diary of a Groupie. Celine and DJ on Rappers Row continues next on BLS. Don't forget, Vaughn Harper's up at 7.
Hi, everybody. It's the Biz Monkey. You're checking out the bonus hour of Wicked Wendy Williams.
Thank you. Yeah, so if you are just turning on the show, I mean, we've talked about all kinds of things today. We talked about Michael Vick and the herpes and Mariah Carey and whatnot and blah, 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 so on and so forth. A quick reminder, everybody, before we get into Diary of the Groupie again. Of a groupie. In Mount Vernon, everybody, there's this fly new adult nightclub. It's called Lounge 42. It's on 42 West Broad Street. And it's the home of the WBL. It's the new home, I should say, of the WBLS live broadcast on Friday nights. I've been there before, and I got to tell you something. This club is worth your while to get in your car. It's worth your while to go home tomorrow night, take your disco nap, wake up around 10, start getting yourself together, hit the club, get there about 11:30. The BLS broadcast starts at 1 in the morning. The club stays open until 4. It's if you're 23 or older for a woman and 25 if you're older, 25 and older for a man. Everybody in there has jobs. It's called Hard Bottom Fridays. A nice looking crowd. This joint is jumping. It's the adult set. It's for us. And tomorrow night, oh, by the way, the hard bottom is because men, no sneakers. Ladies, we know what to do. Brucey B is going to be spinning tomorrow night, and I'm going to be hosting the WBLS live broadcast. I'm really looking forward to going up there. I wear jeans and like a tank top and some cute, stilettos or something like that. And, zhuzh up my hair, add extra black around my eyes, the kohl. And some lip gloss, and I'm on my way. I mean, it's not a big deal, really. It's like effortless to dress. It's effortless to get there, too. I know Mount Vernon, for people who don't live in Mount Vernon, sounds like the other side of the world. Can I just say something? Like, for instance, I live in Jersey. 2 seconds over the George Washington Bridge it takes me to get. There's something about the Cross Bronx, and the next thing you know, I'm on the Cross County Parkway. I'm on exit 7. You get off the exit. The club is right there. It is so not complicated to get exit 7 off the Cross County Parkway tomorrow night and every Friday night. And I'll be there tomorrow night once again. It's a live broadcast from Lounge 42 West Broad Street for the WBLS live broadcast. And I hope to see you there. Hey, and David Levy's going to be back there on Saturday night with his Caribbean Bliss Saturdays. So Friday it's the BLS live broadcast, and Saturday it's Caribbean style with David Levy. Oh, my feet are so hot. It's so hot in this room, and my feet are so hot. Why am I wearing Uggs today? Because I thought it was going to rain, and they're comfortable. But now they're so hot. There's sheep inside and stuff. I'm going shoe shopping after the show for my big shoes. Shout out to everybody that listens over at Marmy Shoes. You know what they have that just came in? It's so weird because when you wear an off-size shoe, in other words, a big shoe, you got to rush and get. But one thing about Marmy, and this is not a pitch, this is just for real, because I know there's so many big feet girls. They're always asking me, where do you go? Where do you go? You go to Nordstrom's. They got like 2 size 11s, 1 pair of size 12s. Who was ever fortunate enough to get that? But what I noticed about Marmy is that Marmy gets like 25 size 11s and 50 size 12s and the same amount of size 8s and 5s and 7s and 10s. I mean, they have regular size shoes too. Well, the new Vero. Have you ever worn a Vero shoe? They're really comfortable. They're really comfortable, and they make very nice sandals. Well, they're premiering the Vero, so I'm going over there after work over on Madison Avenue. Shout out to Marmy. And I'm so lazy. My feet are so hot. I can't even park in a parking garage. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Adrian. She's an intern here. And I'm going to put my flashers on over on the side street. I'm going to ask her to wait in the car and listen to Vaughn's Quiet Storm. And then when I'm ready, then just, go around the corner or whatever and put my stuff in and then continue on about my business. Go home. One more thing. Hal Jackson, everybody, throughout the month of April, you can join the classics with Hal Jackson and Debbie B. And they're going to be hosting Harlem Night at various venues. Now, this Friday, it's going to be at Londell's. Yeah, Hal and Debbie are going to be at Londell's at 2620 Fred Doug Boulevard at 139th Street with a performance by Lonnie Youngblood. Who that is? Oh, that's somebody from Hal's set. He goes way back. Lonnie Youngblood. Why do I feel like a young girl? You know what I mean? Why do I feel like I'm 12? Who is Lonnie Youngblood? Okay, let's move on. There's a groupie dying to tell us the rest of her story. Here it is. All right, when last we left, she decided to leave because he said, how does she feel about small penises? Now, let's be for real, ladies. Any man that brings up a question like that damn sure isn't carrying any weight. It seems the size of DJ's little soldier wasn't the only thing he should have been self-conscious about. He forgot to get rid of the Medicaid glasses and trade them in for a pair of Gucci shades. In an industry like hip-hop, where image is everything, which sounded just like, hey. Didn't my he sound like, hey? He should know better. Thank you, China. Celine left DJ and his little soldier to ponder what had just happened and what could have happened if he played the game right. Who knows what could have happened? But a word of advice to DJ or any other celeb. If you aren't packing and you're trying to get some, do not disclose your little secret. Let her find out on her own. Celine's first night of entering the groupie world did not set the tone well for future experiences. 2 weeks into the groupie life, she describes to us an experience she calls the greatest night of her life. Damn, this is where I should have taken the commercial break. This would have been a better pause. That's okay. I'll get you next time. I need to pause right now and say Vaughn's next with the Quiet Storm and come back tomorrow, but I won't do that because I want to know too. Okay, best night of her life. It was a spur-of-the-moment night, explains Celine. I had no intention of hanging out, but the club was calling me. Whore. Tramp. It happened to be a pretty exclusive party going on in the VIP section, and she was looking to see who was in the area. Celine headed to the ladies' room when she bumped into a very popular rapper, Sam. Let's just say. Sam was there to celebrate the signing of his protege's record deal. He invited Celine to join them at the party and breakfast afterwards. Without hesitation, she accepted. Mind you, this is very often exactly how it happens. Let's go for breakfast. And then, the party goes until, like that woman who I can't even remember her name, she so doesn't count, said, 12 a.m., I'm in the club. What was her name?
Courtney Parker.
No, you don't even remember. The one that was down with Jay-Z. 1 a.m., we were popping the bub. Amel? Unibrow. Okay. The party was cool and breakfast was even better, Celine boasts. After the party, they hopped into his Benz. Please note that his was her first ride in a car of that status. Down the West Side Highway they drove. About 20 minutes later, they arrived at an intimate 24-hour coffee shop. Once inside, they ordered, talked, and played with each other under the table. It was like some movie-ish, she smiled. The juices were flowing, and she was ready to get it on. After he paid the bill, they decided to head back to the car, and he grabbed her from the back and reached around her body and stuck his hand down the front of her jeans. After he pulled his hand out, it was wet. And he looked up, wait, this is too much. And he cleaned off his finger and smirked. Ew, he just met her at the club. Ew.
Dancing all night.
You don't. I didn't want to say it, but all I'm saying is, I mean, you know. The car ride to the crib was only about 2 minutes. Not even enough time to get her composure and realized that she was going to get into something else. They arrived at Sam's New York City crib. It was hot. I had to make sure I didn't act like... Wait. It was hot. I had to make sure I didn't act like this was my first time being in such luxury. We had to take our shoes off at the door, and while I was bending over, unbuckling my stilettos, he grabbed me from behind again. This time I felt a poke from his soldier, and this one had to be at Captain's attention. She laughed. He pulled my pants down, and his too. He pushed me against the wall and straight hit me from the back. It was crazy. She continued to say they had sex in the doorway, the hallway, the shower, the bed, and the balcony. He did everything he said he'd do in a song. Oh, boy. Isn't there a best of show that needs to be worked on? Please. I'm in the middle of sex every which way, including the balcony, the bed. I know he wants to comment, but he can't. Oh, boy. All right, hold on. Where was I? Pulled the pants down, the sex in the balcony. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. He did everything he says he does in the song. He was as big as he says he is, and he lasted all night. I screamed. Okay. Writer's note. The look on Celine's face was as if she was dreaming of reliving that night all over again. Whore. After the endless sex session, he took a short nap. She was in a daze, and she was just smiling. When he woke up, he slid down the bed and had breakfast between my... Oh. A professional. He had poached cat trap for breakfast, if you know what I'm saying. All right, wait, hold on. I keep losing my position. Which obviously she didn't. Okay. Okay. That breakfast is the reason I'm here confessing now. It was the best. That Nooka didn't have intercourse with me until near the end. Once he was done, we got dressed and he called me a cab and sent me home. Well, isn't that a Jay-Z song? Don't forget to put your ring back on. And how about LL Cool J's Pink Cookies? I'll put you on a bus and send you home or something. All right. To this day, that was the best I've ever had. He knows who he is, and I just want to say thank you. You've helped me become the freak I am. Your peers have nothing on you. There you have it, the best and the worst of the groupie tales. Don't believe everything they tell you. Some of it is true. This is the diary of a groupie. You think you know, but you have no idea. We could guess.
Wow.
Did he ever get your name? I know. Let's talk about Montel Williams. Yeah, we need this you know. Yeah, get it going. Hey, Artie boy, we need that. Trev, you can judge it up, put your magic on it. Montel Williams has asked a judge to put a gag order on his wife. His ex-wife, actually, Grace Morley, who's been a guest on the show. Grace was here approximately 3 months ago, and she gave stellar talk about Montel. Too bad that gag wasn't out before then. Oh, well, but that was a good interview. She called him everything but the son of God. Oh, we'll hit you with the best of. 5 years after the divorce became final, it's still going down. She's been on my show. She went on Howard, and one of her remarks is she kept saying, not a good father and so on and so forth. She's also claiming that he pays, he's saying that he pays her $420 a year in alimony. However, and that's to support her 2 children that they had together. Oh, it's just a mess. You know what? Let's pull that up for a best of. Let's get into this. We were talking about nanny agencies, nannies in the advice hour, and it wasn't really a big conversation. A woman asked me, do I recommend a live-in nanny? She's 25. She's about to have her 4th child. She didn't say whether she was married or not. But apparently, with the gaggle of kids and asking about a live-in nanny, she's doing quite well for herself. So, this woman right here heard the conversation, and she says that she advises no nanny agencies. They're a ripoff. She said, when I had my little girl, Wendy, who is now 4.5, I was a full-time working corporate lawyer, and I hired a nanny. I was lucky enough to find someone who has worked for us since our daughter was 3 months old, who is sweet, wonderful, reliable, trustworthy, loves my daughter almost as much as I do, which is unnerving when you first have a child. I know. You know what? I don't go through that, but sometimes I get pangs of that. And when I say sometimes, I mean once every 6 months. What's that, twice a year? You know what I mean? He knows who mommy is, and I know my position. If anything, I celebrate that he loves CeeLo like he does, and that she loves him. But anyway, this woman says, which is unnerving when you have your first child, but a godsend and a lifesaver when you get over your new mommy jitters and realize what a blessing it is that you have a caregiver that's almost as neurotic about your child's welfare as you are. I sought out advice from my OBGYN, who has young children, as well as my cousin and his wife, who are both neurotic corporate types like me and my husband. Anyway, everyone I talked to that had used an agency encouraged me first to try putting an ad in a local newspaper before I do an agency. The agencies take a not so insignificant fee. You're absolutely right. You feel like you've been raped when you deal with a nanny agency. That's how we got CeeLo, though. For sending you people that you have to screen yourself anyway. They don't do much in trying to match people with your desire, yada, yada, yada. I live in Westchester, and I put an ad in both the Journal News, which is the county paper, as well as my town's paper. I interviewed quite a few people. It's not difficult to, as it sounds, to, believe me. You weed out 90% of the people just from talking to them over the telephone. Yeah, you know what? In a nutshell, if I had to do it again, hey, Faye, you know that Capitol Records is alleged, okay, I won't say alleged, but I'm just throwing this in here. They only shipped 400,000 copies of this woman's CD out to retail stores. How does she even expect to crack? I smell a conspiracy or some non-believers as Faith's bosses, or maybe Puffy got his hands in the back door of somebody's back, Adam. It is sad. Rock on, Faith. Hold her down, Todd. What's up, Russaws? That's Todd's last name. If I had to do it all again, I'm not as neurotic because I'm used to being a mother now. I would feel very comfortable with placing an ad or finding that proverbial nice lady in the fourth pew at church, only because I know what it takes to zhuzh up the background. And I would pay a smart detective agency to run all her numbers. Because what I found was that I had to end up paying to run CeeLo's numbers. Like the agency, they just didn't really, you know what I'm saying? They did well, but they didn't do what I expected. Now that I feel like, I'm an old hat at, the whole, what are the important questions to ask? And how do I find out the answers? And how much does the nanny agency have invested in getting somebody placed with me? You know what I'm saying? And they have a lot. They have this whopping fee. For an even smaller fee, for a fraction of that, I could run everything. Through a detective agency. You hire a detective agency, right down to rolling up on her house and seeing where all your nanny is living. I mean, a detective agency does all that for a fraction of the cost. So, nanny agencies, are they good? No. Not in my opinion. As a new mother, I thought they were good. I thought I was doing the right thing. Thank God, we've got a woman who is a saint. But if I had to do it all again, if I could recommend to new moms what to do, I would say hire yourself a private detective agency. And why not? Place an ad in a decent newspaper. And don't take your meetings in your house. Like all the meetings were taken at, there's a Manhattan agency that I use. And all the meetings were done in the boardroom of the agency. You do your meetings over at the Starbucks, miles away from your house. Or something like that. Get the social security number and all that. If you feel a certain vibe that you like, say, I'll get back to you. It sounds really good, but I'm going to run your numbers. Let them know. Don't be sneaky. I'm going to run your numbers. Then you have the detective agency run the numbers. Quick, lickety split. You're hired. Including driving record if you need a driver. We do a driver. You know what I mean? All right, you guys. I love you for listening. My feet are boiling. If I could walk outside barefoot right now, I would. How come I don't have any slippers stored in my desk or something like that? Ugh, I'm going to pick up some big shoes. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Vaughnie is next with The Quiet Storm. I love you for listening to our radio station. It's 107.5 WBLS with today's R&B, classic soul, and featuring the Wendy Williams Experience. Now with an extra hour. Bye.
I've been in the game for 10, 15 years. I didn't need to exploit or use nobody. My films have grossed over $1 billion worldwide. I ain't got to use nobody for no cover of no magazine. I've been on magazines forever. So he can put that where? Back there. Y'all don't know, I've been waiting on a year to say that, child. I've been holding my tongue. Not saying nothing. Letting him talk all kind of shit.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man!
And WBLS music starts next.